Okay, we are on Chapter 17, Quiz A, question number 3, Take 2. Because apparently the first one I loaded up, I couldn't change a decimal to a percent properly. So let's try again. All right, so this problem is about 11% of the U.S. population having type B blood according to the American Red Cross. And in number 3, it says, what is the probability exactly to, and these are some keywords, exactly to, of the first 20 blood donors have type B blood. Now, we can tell just by the wording of this problem that this is a binomial model, okay? And just the probability of a binomial model can be given by the formula, and make sure you check your Chapter 17 notes. The formula for exactly 2 would look like this. The probability of x equal to 2. And let's define some of the variables we're going to have in this equation. First of all, n is 20. That's the total number of blood donors. X, the number of successes, or the number of blood donors with type B blood, would be 2. P, the probability of a success, is 0.11. And Q, the probability of a failure, is 0.89. So I'm going to plug into the binomial equation. So the probability of x equal to 2, that's exactly 2, would be given as 20 choose 2 times p to the x power times q to the n minus x. So just in case you haven't looked at the Chapter 17 notes, this would look like p of x equal to x would be n choose x, p raised to the x, q raised to the n minus x. And again, this formula can be found in your Chapter 17 notes. And if you're not sure what this is called a combination. And a combination is a math operation where order doesn't matter and there are no repeats, no repeat values. And we would read this as n chooses x. And in this case, it could look like this. That means we have 20 donors and 2 of them are going to be type B. Okay, and this is in your calculator. You can find this under the math key. Just a reminder, math is fun. So you would plug in the number 20. You'd go to the math probability function, and then you would see C. Let's see, what does that look like? Math probability. It looks like this. Doesn't matter if we use R or X, as you know. So you would plug in the number 20, you would hit this key, and then you plug in the number 2. And when you do that, you would get, let's see, I think the value, if I remember, is 190. So this, the combination of 20 things with 2 successes would be 190. So it would be 190 times 0.11 squared, which is 0.0121, times 0.89 raised to the 18th power, which is 0.1227. And if you multiply all those things, and you know you can do that in your calculator, right? So you multiply all of those things, you would get the probability that exactly 2 of the first 20 donors have type B blood would be 0.2822, which is 28.2%. So again, 28.2% of the time, exactly 2 out of the 20 blood donors would have type B? Have a great day.